sometimes I struggle to eat sahur. So I usually do this thing where, not for only Ramadan, I'd write a list of my most pressing wants from Allah. It can be up to 20, it can be up to 30. And sometimes before iftar that I'll be really tired and I'll just not want to do anything. I'll just play the kunut and be saying the duas and say them and say them. And that also works for me. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is RAmadan, and today we are on to the Ramadan episode. All I'm going to talk about in this video is going to be my last year's Ramadan, how I prepared for it, how the journey went for me, and I'll give you snippets to how I'm preparing for this Ramadan. Alright, so I have some things written here and I'm going to go by them. So let's get right into it. Oh, my book is even upside down. Okay. Nope, not here, not here. Yes. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is how I prepared. So what were the things that I did to prepare for last year's Ramadan? I started listening to this particular Islamic podcast like 6 months before every day. Like I just built it into my routine. So when Ramadan came, the podcast now started to do like a 30-day series where they will talk about different things. And so it was easy for me to like just continue to listen to the lessons from it. So yes, I did that. Then last year's Ramadan, I was living alone, right? Because I was working in another location then. So I was alone. So I knew that Taraweeh won't be the same because I was used to going for Taraweeh at home with like my cousins and siblings, where once we observe Maghrib and we eat, we observe Isha, or we just go straight to the mosque and observe Isha. But the fact that we're all doing it together made it easier, right? But like that last year, I knew that I didn't have them with me and I had to be alone. So I started like talking to myself that, oh, let's try to find a mosque around for it. So I think 2 weeks to Ramadan, I went around because Juma was always at the office. So I was never at home during the night to locate a mosque. And I always got back home after 6 p.m. So 2 weeks to Ramadan, I heard the call to prayer for Maghrib somewhere and I decided to check out a mosque. And it wasn't so far from me. So I went, I asked them if they pray Tarawih there because it was a small like community mosque. And they said yes. So I just automatically made that the mosque for me. So that's, I found a mosque. After finding a mosque, I told myself that nothing will stop me from going to the mosque to observe Tarawih. It's not so far from my house. And like no amount of work should also get to me. So I found the mosque. Now, I also knew that I had like most of my abayas in Lagos at that time. I had like only a few with me. So I had put in my birthday wish list 2 kimars. And I wanted one to be onion purple or onion pink and another one to be mustard. But I think the 2 of them came in the same color, but they were different ones. But basically, I tried to get kimars and abayas that were bright colored or just things that would make me feel like I like colorful things. So I feel like if I get my kimars and my abayas in this color, I'll be excited to go to the mosque. You get? And it worked for me because I was always ready to change my outfit to go to the mosque. And yeah, I did it. So that was for Taraweeh. Now, I was also living alone, right? And I like food a lot. Like I like just creating beautiful meals for myself. So what I did was I had a list of foods, or I had like I had lists of foods, and I split them into what I would have for sahur and what I would have for iftar. For instance, if I made moi moi on a Sunday night for iftar, I would then say, oh, I'll have moi moi and pap for sahur. And if I have leftover, I can have the moi moi with rice. I try to mix the food. I try to put in a blend of different foods. I will try to find the timetable that I used for food and fruits and share. And I'll put in some videos of the food that I also ate or the timetable that I use basically. But I knew that food is something that will motivate me. Like, so I needed to make something beautiful for myself because sometimes I struggle to eat sahur. Like, It's just that your mouth is not fully open at that time. I knew that what can motivate me is if I'm decorating the food, if I'm plating it beautifully. I remember that time, whenever I was going to have any cereal like pap and tapioca, I'll put some nuts, I'll put some fruits, I'll plate it, I'll put milk. I loved it, right? So I've talked about the food. I've talked about what I did for Tarawih. Overall mindset. Oh, you're here. Oh, you have scattered my video. I'm going to continue. I'll cut it out. Bye, bye. So, what else did I do? Okay, like mindsets. I knew that. So, I usually do this thing every year where like I write a list of prayer points because sometimes I feel like you can really forget what you really want to ask for, especially once you're on the mat and once you've done once you've said the teslim, sometimes you just want to jump right off. So I usually do this thing where not for only Ramadan, like it's not only usually for me. So yeah, it starts with me, then I include my siblings, my parents, my cousins, my family, my friends, and basically country and like stuff like now that we have like Palestine and Gaza and everything, they will also be my prayer points. So I would write the list of prayer points. I'll stick it in my praying corner. Then when I stick it in my praying corner, I'll just like every time I pray, once I say the testimony and I want to get up, I'll just look at it, sit down, say all the prayers, also do all the decrees that I'm supposed to do as well. So yes, mindset. What else did I do? Um yes, I also was listening to Kunut a lot. Like it really helps me sometimes when like there's some times before Iftar that I'll be really tired and I'll just not want to do anything. I'll just play the Kunut and be saying the duas and say them and say them. And that also works for me. Yeah, talk about food, talk about Tarawi. Um so another thing I did for against last year was last year was 23 Ramadan. So like 2 years ago, I started to really incorporate the Monday and Thursday Sunnah fast into my routine. So it wasn't a big deal when Ramadan came again that I was going to fast because I was already like, okay, you already do this Monday and Thursday. You're still going to feel it regardless. But I mean, you can as well just yeah, I mean, you're already just used to it, so it will be fine. Then I started to incorporate it then. Another thing that I usually do after Ramadan is I would fast my missed fast immediately after. So I fast to Shawwal and then I go to my missed fast and I know I'm done. So I've already told you how I write down my most pressing needs, right? Another thing that I did was see I like food a lot. So I knew that I was living alone. If I miss Sahur, I miss Sahur. And work was very hectic then. So I set my alarms back to back. So I started from 3:45 to 4 to 4:10 to 4:20 to 4:30 to 4:40 to 4:50 to 5 because I just knew that like a day will come where I'll be really tired and of course I needed extra help. And alhamdulillah, like I missed no Sahur. There was a day I woke up like 15 minutes too, but that day I also like had Sahur already prepared. So I just needed to heat it up for a few minutes and down it. So just set back to back alarms if you live alone. What else did I do? I was announcing to my colleagues weeks before, days before. I was doing the countdown with them, reminding them that Ramadan was coming and like I would need them to not disturb me during that period, like not call me. Like I tried to tell them not to call me from that 8 downwards because I wanted to be at Tarawih because if they call, so they still called because emergencies came up, but at least they were aware. Then there was something we used to do at the office where we used to buy corn and eat together. I told them that Ramadan is coming, they should please exempt me. So I don't think they really even bought anything to eat per se. So there's that. That's last year. What else did I do? Okay, so my cousins, two of them actually, differently. They usually share these 30 days reminder. So one day, so they pick a topic they want to talk about for the whole of Ramadan, and then they share it. So like the process of me also sharing that, I read it, I gain knowledge from it, something that I didn't know before. So yes, I also did that. What else did I do? Everything is, but I had a beautiful Ramadan. boys and girls, today I'm so happy. Like, I'm very, very happy. So I got a cute Ramadan box, and well, is this my first Ramadan gift? I think so. I think it is. Maybe that's why I'm this excited. But I really like it. So let's unbox together. Now, let's unbox together. So, so the first thing is it has this counter. I bought this thing once before, but my younger brother took it for me, and I'm sure he has misplaced it. But thank you for getting me this. Then it has Ramadan evaluation chat. Let me go new Ramadan evaluation chat for me. So which is good. I'll be taking it now for my next days of fasting. Then it has dua after breaking fast and dua for Laylatul Qadr. Then inside, let me just show you what it is. It has like the activities that you are encouraged to do on a daily basis during Ramadan. Then it has the rainbow Quran. So this month I already bought the rainbow Quran for myself, right, for Ramadan. I like fine things. So the final it is the March acted right? So I bought one for myself. But I have this one, so probably will give out my old one to somebody who I know would use it, sha. But yeah, rainbow Quran. Let me show you again. Yeah. Then the one that I love the most is the mats. Just look at it. Like, let me open it up for you. Okay, let me do it like this. See, I like the color. I like just how it looks. I think it's very nice, and it's big, and I love it. Now I have like 4 mats, so I'm definitely going to give one of my mats out, because what's the point of having so many mats and not using it? But this one I'm going to keep it because I'm definitely going to use it. Yeah, that's all my excitement from this gift, guys. Bye.